Welcome to my channel to everyone who's new here, and of course to those of you who are back again. Great to have you here. In this video we will take a look together at possible scenarios for the price development of Render, TAO, Kaspa and ONDO. Things remain exciting, so make sure to watch until the end. And if you also want to start trading, then I can recommend you two crypto exchanges, mexc and Bitunix. Both referral links you can find in the video description, and for both I provide a 20% discount on their taker fees. mexc is for the European users, Bitunix for the US users. So if you want to sign up there, you also get a huge amount of trading bonuses. And yeah, let's just start with Render. Like I said yesterday, I took my short trade here, a very small one, because I waited for the $3.79 breaking to the downside. I wanted to see it breaking, then I would have entered my short trade, because I think there we can go into the $3. We broke to the upside, so my stop loss was set here. I got stopped out and I switched my trading strategy for Render now, because I want to do a swing short position. Means I took my short trade here, very small one. I'm going to increase my position size if we go up. If we drop and I see breakouts, then I'm going to increase my position size as well, because we have chart patterns, and in my opinion they didn't get invalidated, which are directing us down to $3. And the whole area between $3.23 to $3 is a huge fair value gap. We still have the rectangle from up here, which broke to the downside, which broke here to the downside, got its retest, got its follow through. So even if we push to the upside, even up to $4.30, Render would still be short. It would just be the second retest of that rectangle, and afterwards this gains can be made. And from here we have to see, maybe we are going to push to the upside and get a new top for Render. This might be possible. But since I don't care where the price is going to go, because in the end of the day I can do a long position where I win with higher prices, and I can do a short position where I win with lower prices. So basically everything is fine. I don't care where the chart is going to move, but I know for sure higher prices is better for the majority. So I always stick to higher prices. Yeah, that's always preferred in my opinion. Anyway, we have also said that we have here an inverted head and shoulders formatation. And it finally broke to the upside, but the push to the upside wasn't nice. And if you look into the price development of Render, then you can already see it. We have a sharp sell-off. We get a correction. We get a very sharp sell-off. And here we get step by step to the upside, very weak. So in my opinion, this whole chart movement, if it develops a bit more, then it might be even a bear flag, a bigger one. We had one bear flag here in bright blue. I will zoom in. So a bear flag is some kind of this chart pattern where we come from the upside, sell off very sharp, and then we get a consolidation within a flag, and then break it to the downside, and then we can expect lower prices. And I think that the target is still ongoing. Everything between $3 to $3.23, and I took my first small short trade here. It's still 20% up to 28% to the downside. So I personally wished that this was here the top, and from here we are going to sell off, but as you can see, this is just 16% to 23%. So now more gains are made, can be made. So let's jump into TAO and look at the price development. I don't know if someone on YouTube is better than me for TAO. Yeah, I have to say it. Like I said, I also have loser trades, like for example HBAR was a loser, Sui was a loser, but at least TAO didn't make some other price movement than I expected perfectly. So this whole chart movement from here, we had this developed. I have told you this might be an head and shoulders formatation. If we break the white trend line here to the downside, which was at 416 US dollar, then we should drop down to 396 US dollars. And in yesterday's update, I've told you that I took my short trade a bit earlier because here, I think 13 hours or 14 hours, we were at the resistance and we didn't manage to break it to the upside. So there I took my short position. Afterwards, the confirmation, 404 US dollar. We broke it also to the downside, target 396 US dollar. There I expected a bounce. The bounce here, which we got, wasn't that high, but it still counts as a bounce. And now we broke the 396 to the downside. Dropped to 388. If we also lose that support at 388 US dollar, then I think we are going to meet the 370 US dollar. So far, of this whole chart development, we have predicted, everything right. We are just missing the last part here. So I hope that I'm not wrong with this one. Otherwise, it would hurt for sure, because if we now get the bounce to the upside, then the short trades are going to be in losses. That's why I have put a white trend line on the chart. I would just make it to visualize. I will make it green. So if we break the 398 US dollar to the upside, then I would be out of my short trade. This is also a downwards trend line, so over the time the price is going to move to the downside, and my stop loss is always over the green trend line. If we break the 388 to the downside, my take profit is going to be at 370 US dollar, a bit higher than that. I always take profit higher. I don't take profits perfectly here. I take them a few dollars over it, because sometimes we can see it that the target is not going to get hit 100%. It might even miss 1 cent. And then it's for sure a bit sad if there is a take profit and it got missed, it didn't get hit because of 1 cent. That's why I want to take profits far earlier. So we have also, with the breakout of the 396 US dollar, we have the target ongoing at 376 US dollar. That's the head and shoulders formatation, which I drew you, but it's got a bit different. So let me replace this with this chart move. So basically now we can expect lower prices for TAO. What about Kaspa? I'm also in a Kaspa short trade. Why that? Because if we go and look into the RSI, then you can already see we have lower highs in the RSI. I have put that trend line on the 1 hour chart. So basically here, lower highs in the RSI, almost same highs or even slightly higher highs in the chart. Bearish divergence. Also, the whole price movement to the upside is looking corrective. So you can see it already, how fast we sold off, how sharp we sold off. And here we get step by step, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. What now? I think we can expect lower prices. This looks like a rising wedge to me, or in bear flag. And with a bearish divergent, it looks to me that we are going to sell off. My opinion, I took a short trade here. And we have to see, if the 8.8 cents breaks to the downside, then this was here a double top pattern. If we don't invalidate them, we would invalidate that pattern if we push to the upside. If we don't get a higher high than this one here, then we can expect, if we break the 8.8 cents to the downside, a push down to 8.45 cents. The thing is that we have in orange a rising wedge, this one here. With the breakout of that double top pattern, and if we take the target of that double top pattern, it would also be the breakout of the rising wedge. Target is then going to be 7.7 cents, but we have the next support at 7.6 cents. So this area is going to get very interesting. But as you can see, we also have support at round about 8 cents. This is also a take profit in my opinion. So yesterday we were not hoping, but we were looking for this head and shoulders formatation, and we were somewhere here. So then we have said if we break the 8.4 cents to the downside, then we should sell off. Instead, we broke to the upside, and that's what I've also told you. If the 8.75 cents breaks to the upside, then the target, then the head and shoulders formatation would get invalidated. But afterwards, we can form another bearish pattern, like, for example, a falling wedge, a rising wedge, and we have currently a rising wedge. So I can still delete this one, this one, this one. I would still like to keep this support, but I will make it white. And then you can also see the target of the double top pattern is also support. So I can imagine something like this. If we break here to the downside and we break the rising wedge to the downside, then we are going to push into the white trend line, get there a bounce, which is going to be the retest, and afterwards we sell off. So let's jump into ONDO. So the chart pattern of ONDO in bright blue, it got invalidated. We have also said we have to break it to the downside to get into a short position. We didn't break it to the downside. Where was the breakout? Instead, we broke here this trend line to the upside, and with this push here as well. So basically I can take out the target of that rising wedge. This pattern didn't work. It didn't get the breakout anyway. This one I can take out. This one I can take out. Instead, I still want to keep that trend line, and I will make it red because we have so many touch points on that. You can already see it here, a few. On the 50 minutes chart it looks even better. Here touch point, here 2 touch points. So basically if we are going to lose that trend line, which is currently the 83.33 cents, then I can expect a push to the downside. And as you can see, what is the red box here? It is it's a fair value gap. And this fair value gap is going to get close, to my opinion, if we break the 83.33 cents to the downside. Since we pushed to the upside, we had here on the left a rising wedge in orange. With this push to the downside, we met the target, not 100% perfect, but it's okay. Here we had for the dark blue trend line, inverted head and shoulders formatation. Breakout was clear. The retest was also here, but I don't know what happened here. Anyway, target got hit. I can also take this one out from the chart. So what do we have now? In my opinion, if we don't get a push to the upside, if this was our top, double top pattern. If it breaks to the downside at currently 84.3 cents, but here you also have the price mark from me, then the target is going to be the 81.9 cents, and this is going to be the breakout of the red trend line. So I would be a bit careful because we also have in the RSI a bearish divergence. Lower highs in the RSI, same highs in the chart. So with that said, I want to release you into a profitable trade day with many trades, and we see each other tomorrow with hopefully new chart patterns, new trading opportunities, and maximum gains. See you then.